Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94 here, back with another reaction video. Today, we finna react to American foods that were banned in other countries. This should be interesting. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Bad.
That the United States is the gold standard of clean food. But that belief may not hold up to scrutiny. From unsanitary practices in mass production to the addition of dangerous chemicals, countries have good reason to give the side eye to imported foods claiming to be USDA approved. That's right, this week we're talking about American foods that have been banned by other countries.
Skittles.
Since the dawn of Skittles, there have been rumors about the dangers of eating them.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't fuck with Skittles at all, bro. I'm not a Skittles person, and call me homophobic if you want to, but I'm not eating nothing where their slogan says "Taste the Rainbow." You're not finna get me on that, bro. Hell no. To this day, bro, I would never eat Skittles.
Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
yes, sir.
This day, to this day, to this day.
Ain't gonna never convince me to put no Skittles in my mouth. Pause.
Every one of us heard at least one classmate claim that the red ones make you sterile, and the yellow ones, they give you cancer. Turns out, it might be worse than that. First of all, your classmate wasn't wrong. The dyes known as Yellow 5 and Yellow 6 have been linked to hives and hyperactivity in children. Sweden and Norway have banned the candies out of concern. The European Union will most likely be banning Skittles at the end of the year, having already swapped out some of the dye for more natural flavors. This is because of something called titanium dioxide, which can be found making the colors pop across the rainbow. Research linked titanium dioxide to damaged DNA, which can lead to cancer. While Europe may be ahead of the Skittles awareness curve, America is quickly catching up. In May of 2021, the Environmental Working Group asked the FDA to categorize titanium dioxide as toxic. And yes, before you ask, right now the FDA says it's okay to consume some of that chemical compound. You can taste the rainbow, but just in moderation.
Hell no.
California is home to an ongoing lawsuit against Mars Inc., the parent company of Skittles. The lawsuit claims Skittles are not only toxic, but are unfit for human consumption. So maybe for now, play it safe. Just go have some Swedish fish instead.
All real niggas know about bread. All real niggas know you ain't supposed to be eating white bread, my brothers. That's white bread, my brothers. That's white bread, my brothers. Supposed to be eating that white bread, my brothers. That white devil bread, my brother.
Thanos.
You're supposed to be eating the natural bread, my brothers. That's wheat bread, my brothers. Never the white bread, my brothers. Only wheat only. Nothing more, nothing less. If you eat the white bread, my brothers, you are destroying yourself. You are contributing to the destruction of your body, my brothers. Because of that white bread, my brothers. See, when your bread is melanated, my brothers, it is good for your soul. It's good for your body, my brothers. Now, is it me or is it a conspiracy, my brothers? I'm just saying though, y'all gotta be eating that wheat bread though. Stop fucking with that white bread. Hell no. The white bread gonna kill you.
Ever looked at a piece of crusty French baguette, be it in cartoon or in real life? But let's be honest, it was probably in the hands of Pepe Le Pew, and think, I can't make a sandwich with that. As great as we talk about the invention of sliced bread, a lot of European countries have actually banned much of what you'd find on America's wide grocer shelves. That's because we make a lot of our bread not just with grain, but with a variety snap packs worth of additives. Like azodicarbonamide, for example, which helps bleach flour and strengthen dough. Fun fact about azodicarbonamide, it's also used in a spectrum of industrial products, including yoga mats.
That's why I don't eat at Subway, bro. Real niggas know if you eat at Subway, just know you eating foam. They said that about Subway bread. They said Subway bread made out of foam. That shit ain't real bread, my nigga. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stop eating that Subway, nigga. I know y'all probably like, man, I just had some Subway this week. Fucking your body up, bro. Putting all that foam in your system, bro. Don't even know you ain't even eating real bread. Stay woke, nigga.
Downward dogs. The European Union is really against the idea of its citizens eating yoga mat material and has banned their use in food products. Pork, the other.
I'm gonna keep it real. I gotta take this off. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm gonna always have some pork on my fork. I don't care. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish, knick knack, paddle whack, give a dog a bone. 0-0 out of town. My bacon smelling fine. I'm telling y'all, bro. I'm always have some pork on my fork. I don't give a damn. Shit, ain't no ribs. Ain't a stack of ribs ain't never did shit to me. Shit. I'm gonna stay with some pork on my fork. I don't give a damn, bro. Only thing I ain't fucking with is them chitlins, boy. If you eat chitlins, you a nasty motherfucker. I ain't eating no chitlins, though. You got me fucked up. I eat some ribs like a motherfucker. Some ribs, some bacon, some pork chops. Oh, I'll tear that shit up. But you can miss me with chitlins, though.
The white meat is a staple of American meats, along with chicken, fish, and beef. From bacon to ham, hot dogs to pork chops. American meat eaters consume about 67 pounds of pig per person every year.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Ooh-wee, my heart is stopping. Don't get us wrong, other nations indulge in swine just as much, if not more, than Americans. So why doesn't the U.S. export scores of succulent bacon-bearing boars? Well, it turns out America adds a lot of chemicals during processing. Ractopamine in particular is used in many pig farms to raise porkier porkers. Ractopamine, which we put a dash of in a lot of foods, has been banned in 160 countries, which all consider the drug unsafe for human consumption. This in turn has led to a prohibition of pork exports across the world. The EU hasn't touched the stuff since outlawing ractopamine in 2009. China and Russia have been ractopamine-less since 2013. Maybe that's because ractopamine has the same effects as an intoxicant on humans and can cause tachycardia, headaches, and muscle spasms if consumed in large enough quantities. But it is a small price to pay for a perfect piece of the pork.
Ah, damn.
Hygiene in
All right, all real niggas know you're not supposed to eat chickens with the. All real niggas know you're not supposed to eat chicken with the goddamn the steroids. You're not supposed to eat the steroid chicken. That's for damn sure. If I see a drumstick that's just a little bit too big, I ain't touching that shit.
America often comes down to
fuck with
dousing stuff in a chlorine bath and calling it FDA approved, and chicken is no exception. Pathogen reduction treatments, or PRTs, refer to the use of different chemicals to destroy harmful microbes on raw meat. Somewhere along the line, American food regulators decided a quick chlorine shock was the best way to kill salmonella and other bacteria on uncooked poultry. Chlorine marinade. And look, it's not that the EU is against taking a long gulp from the public pool now and then. In fact, the risks posed by chlorine consumption are relatively low. The bigger concern is that the chlorine baths are just an eye-burning band-aid on a larger problem. The tip of the beak, so to speak. They're worried that the PRTs are insufficient to deal with more than just the normal bacteria and don't get at a potential contamination from things like low-quality feed to unsanitary coops on farms. The EU called the chlorine rinse an easy fix, arguing no chemical rinse will ever remove all bacteria from meat heavily contaminated as a result of poor hygiene. That hurts extra to hear it from the French.
See.
The French.
See? See what I be talking about here? See what I be talking about? The tuna, the mayonnaise, the Mountain Dew, my brothers. See what I be talking about, my brothers? Do you see what I be talking about, my brothers? With the mayonnaise, the tuna, the Mountain Dew, my brothers. We cannot consume this, my brothers.
What they put on your sandwich?
Too much goddamn mayonnaise.
Because look what they are doing to us, my brothers. This shit is not good for you, my brothers. The white man enjoys the Mountain Dew because the white man, the white devil, my brothers, enjoys this. This is his devil's juice, if we may say. That consumption of the devil's juice, my brothers. It was meant for them to enjoy, my brothers. It is how they fuel themselves for the hatred and the racism towards you and me, my brothers. Now, is it me or is it a conspiracy, my brother?
Mountain Dew is the closest any soft drink has come to being fully weaponized. But did you know in Austria and Norway, the soda is outright banned? That's because Mountain Dew's signature Chernobyl radiant hue comes from tartrazine, also known as yellow 5. And if your ADHD hasn't kicked in yet, you'll remember that color and number from the Skittles section earlier. It's been linked to headaches, hyperactivity, and the desire to be annoying to other people. Ironically, the qualities that make Mountain Dew a soda non gratis in other countries is exactly what the brand promotes: a frenetic, over-caffeinated lifestyle. Do the do. Baja Blast. Woohoo. And while you might be able to find Mountain Dew in Europe, it's going to hit a little different. That's because Europe spent exactly 2 years in the 90s riding the dew before discontinuing it. What is being sold as Mountain Dew in the EU as a recipe closer to the original carbonated beverage, as created by Tennessee beverage bottlers Barney and Ollie Hartman in the 1940s. The original Mountain Dew was meant as a whiskey mixer, with the name coming from the affectionate Scottish term for moonshine. It'll tickle your innards, is what the old ads used to read. No lies detected here.
Yahoo! Mountain Dew!
Little Debbie has been providing Americans with comfort snack food since the 1960s. With their variety of zebra cakes, Star Crunches, Nutty Bars, fudge rounds, and
Hey, I don't care how y'all feel about this. Nutty Bar is the most overrated chocolate bar of all time. I don't care what anybody say. Nutty Bars are super overrated.
cosmic brownies. But their big claim to fame, as anyone who has ever had their lunch packed by a parent can attest, is the Little Debbie Swiss Rolls, a mixture of rich chocolate cake and butter-creamy filling.
They don't make them like they used to anymore. I had one recently. It tasted like manufactured. It tasted like it was manufactured by a robot.
Over 900 million cartons of Little Debbie products are shipped each year, but none of those cartons go anywhere near Austria or Norway. Blame those rascally additives, Yellow 5 and Red 40. Swiss rolls contain 32 milligrams of dye per product, and in those quantities, they've been shown to have an adverse effect on children. And we're not just talking about causing hyperactivity, although one study found that cutting all artificial food coloring from diets may be 1/2 as effective as prescribing kids Ritalin. And while we can't prove there's a direct connection between artificial food coloring and cancer, they do cause damage to white blood cells, causing them to mutate after only 3 hours. Exposure to these dyes could cause tumor cells to multiply way more rapidly. For that reason, researchers say a high chronic intake of food colorings throughout the entire life is not advisable. If only they weren't so delicious. Surprisingly, you can buy Little Debbie Swiss rolls in the EU, but they come with warning labels advising parents of the potential dangers to kids. You know, like cigarettes. When you hear the words banned breakfast cereal, you're probably imagining one of the countless kid-focused brands of sugary morsels, like the oh-so-delicious Cookie Crisp. So you might be surprised to learn that it's actually Special K, the most boring cereal on all of the earth, that has been banned in Denmark and discouraged in the EU. How does the healthiest box of flakes on the shelf get banned, while stuff like Reese's Puffs and Cinnamon Toast Crunch continue to enjoy free passage? Ironically, because of its supposed health benefits. In the UK, Special K has been put on blast by the Advertising Standards Authority for exaggerating how much folic acid they pack into portions. Though it's still legal to buy in Europe, Denmark has completely banned Special K since 2004 for all its fortified vitamins and minerals.
Damn.
Regulators argue that Kellogg's cereal's unnaturally high levels of everything from vitamin A to zinc actually qualify Special K as a genetically modified organism, or GMO. More specifically, Special K is swole with the same artificial compounds that studies have shown to potentially pose health risks, specifically to children and pregnant women. In conclusion, you may want to stick with Crunch Berries.
Alright, the steak is obvious though. You can't have too much steak. Steak is good. Steak is amazing. You can't have too much of it. You gonna fuck around and pass out, nigga. All the pounds of meat, nigga. Hell no. Pause. Hey yo. Pause. Hey yo.
Hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, 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 yo.
You don't need to take a transcontinental flight to visit countries that have banned American foods. Just drive up to the Canadian border, flash your passport, and sign an affidavit saying you're not smuggling any steak tartare in your trunk. Today, consuming raw meat has fallen out of fashion in the US, much like other foods like veal and pate, which don't make you sick but might make you sad. But while baby cow and overstuffed goose liver is illegal in parts of America now, tartare is not. See, while veal and pate may be uncool, they are also served hot. Unlike tartare, which is
I would never eat raw meat. I would never eat no raw meat. Bro. You gotta be fucked up. Hell no. Put that shit on the skillet. That shit ain't done. You better put that on the motherfucking skillet. Shit. What you talking about? That's how you supposed to eat. Hell nah. Put that shit on the motherfucking skillet. Put that shit on the stove, warm it up a little bit. I eat it when it's brown, not when it's pink. Okay? Only thing I eat pink raw is what's between a woman's legs, but that's another day. That's another story for another day. I'm just saying.
chopped up cold meat, straight from the cow. Undercooked or raw foods can lead to an increase in food poisoning and parasitic infections, especially in beef and poultry. But considering how fancy pants steak tartare is, Titanic food one might say, you'd think countries might look the other way and let the luxury delicacy slide. And for a long time they did. In Canada, meat has to reach an internal temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit, the equivalent of a medium rare steak, in order to be considered safe to serve. But those rules aren't strictly enforced. That is, until recently. In 2021, restaurant owners in New Brunswick selling steak tartare were all served cease and desist letters. Canadian public health officials had decided that amid the ongoing health crisis of COVID-19, the last thing their citizens needed was a side order of botulism.
I mean, Coca-Cola is self-explanatory. Cocaine boys, shit. What you mean? That's the cocaine boys. That's what Coca-Cola is. Coca-Cola's the cocaine boys. For real.
Oh, nigga, give me one more gram. Tell me that go. Oh, please. Tell me that go. Oh, nigga, give me one more gram. Tell me that go.
Is there anything more American than Coca-Cola? The fizz, the flavor, the former secret ingredient, cocaine. Coke is basically apple pie in beverage form. And it's not just Americans who are cuckoo for Coke. Invented by a pharmacist in 1886 Georgia, Coca-Cola quickly caught on overseas. It was the World War II GI's drink of choice. Pre-pandemic, Coca-Cola had 500 brands in over 200 countries, making it the best-selling soft drink and one of the most recognizable brands of all time. But there will always be exceptions. And unlike the other entries on the list, for once, it has nothing to do with health concerns. Everybody knows that Coke is not good for you. We just decided collectively that we don't care. No, the countries that have outlawed the brand have done so because of what it represents, a symbol of the encroachment of American capitalism. From 1962 to 2011, the U.S. banned sales of Coke to Burma as part of sanctions against the military junta that ruled the country until 2011. It resumed sales in the country in 2012. Today, Coca-Cola is only unavailable in 2 countries with long-term trade embargoes with the U.S. North Korea hasn't allowed Coke since 1950, and the bubbly beverage has been banned in Cuba since Fidel Castro seized supplies in 1962. First the prequels, now Coke. Is there anything that can't be ruined by the federalization of trade taxation? In a twist of irony and lime, Cuba was actually one of the first bottlers of the beverage outside of America. Today, Cuba Cola has replaced Coke as the country's soft drink of choice, though black market sales abound. After all, it is the birthplace of the Cuba Libre, aka the rum and Coke.
So let me guess, M&M's is the same as Skittles. Now, growing up as a kid, I fuck with M&M's heavy to this day. I still fuck with M&M's. I just don't eat them as often as I do, as I used to when I was a kid. The M&M's was like my number one go-to candy of all time.
M&M's, the delicious melt-in-your-mouth, not-in-your-hand snacks, were originally a collaboration between the Science Sons of the Mars and Hershey dynasties in 1941. Like Coca-Cola, M&M's gained international fans during World War II, as American soldiers popularized the candy overseas as the chocolate that won't get your trigger finger all sticky. But you won't find the candy in Sweden, where it's banned due to a trademark conflict with a popular national candy that also features lowercase m's as its signature. When Mars introduced the candy to Sweden in 2009, a court ruled its marketing too similar to that of the Norwegian Marabous, which resemble Kit Kats. During World War I, Marabou had moved its manufacturing to its Swedish neighbors, where it received a royal warrant of appointment by the King of Sweden. And here we thought the Swiss were the chocolate snobs. Should you want to check out what the fuss is all about, Marabou's is sold in IKEA stores here in the U.S. Well, at least it's good to know that M&M's don't contain any harmful dyes or chlorine residue, right?
Oh.
That's a pretty important victory for hard-shelled chocolate.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Hey, whoa, hey. Go back. Well, that's good to know. It's not the dyes, it's the fact that trademark issue. That's understandable. All right, cool. But anyway, so that's just going to about do it for this one. That was foods that were banned in other countries. Some of these I kind of already know about because I'm somewhat health conscious. I do try to watch what I consume, you know. But hey, it is what it is. But I'm still not giving up the pork. Y'all can put all them documentaries in my face. They've been putting them pork documentaries in my face since I was a kid. I don't care. I don't care. Like I said, a pack of bacon ain't never steered me wrong. So, but if you play stuff, I just go about do it for this. But I'll see y'all in the next video. Till then, deuces.